Hi everyone, I'm Dr.Mana, acupuncture specialist, and today I want to talk about acupuncture history. Many people are believing that acupuncture was formed in India and it moved to China and it developed there. But also there are sources that it shows that acupuncture could be born in some other places in the world, like in Africa or in some of the jungles in West, or maybe some other part in Middle East. As some of the African people, some of the jungle people were using acupuncture, using crocodile bones, using fish bones, using some specific type of trees which they had hard parts to use, and they were not available like that in India, in the places which were supposed to be the birthplace of acupuncture. And apart from that, some people are telling that in Iran, they made a map from a fresh skin of a human. Just a person died, immediately they remove the skin and they draw a map from acupuncture points, but whereas that map is available today or where it is kept, we don't know, or at least I don't know, but I heard about that. And one thing is, wherever in anywhere acupuncture was born and how it was formed, mainly it developed in China, which as we are seeing it today. And the reason why it did not develop in any other place exactly is not clear. One of the reasons is in other places, for example in India or in Iran, they practice some other type of medicines as well, which those probably could work better, or people could learn it better, or people could do it better. And somewhat acupuncture did not get a chance to be very popular. And if you just search about acupuncture in many of the books or in internet, you will see that there are somewhat similar stories, that there was a person in the war, whether it was a soldier or it was an army chief, which had a disease, whereas it's a headache or a stomachache or some other problem, and by just getting hit by an arrow accidentally on the foot, that problem gone. And since it happened, people around him who were involved in medicine, they started to study, and they found out there are other points also on the body if we puncture them, they can have some healing effect. And slowly the number of these points increased, and they found more numbers till they could come to this understanding that some of these points somewhat can be related to each other, and for better study and for better classification. And since these points were somewhat connected to each other, they draw something as a meridian, and then they mixed it with some other ideas of energy, different type of energy and different type of organs having different type of energies and elements, comparing it with the elements which are having in other parts of the world rather than human body, and it got explained like that. If you just start studying acupuncture, or if you know acupuncture, mostly you know, or you believe, or you maybe just study this, that they try to make some similarity between human organs and other elements which are in the world, for example, wood or metal or water or fire or something like that, and try to find out whereas it can be similar to that, and if it gets in any type of trouble, how we can help it. This type of idea is one part of philosophy and one part of reality which got mixed together, and they did a lot of experience for that. See, for example, if we are having a pot of mud and it gets into different troubles, if it gets just soaked in the water, if some oil spills on it and it gets dirty, if it starts breaking down, how we can just maintain it and make it again good as new. Same way they tried to find out if we are having similar organ as that and it face certain problems, what are the ways to make it okay? One thing is, if acupuncture was developed in some other part of the world instead of China, maybe total concept could be different, which definitely was. Maybe instead of mixing with more natural elements and with some energy philosophy and some other things could be different. However, generally, doctors who want to treat, they don't care much about that philosophy, because what they want is curing that person, the physical body of that person, regardless of affecting other energy. But actually, what is acupuncture today is what we know from what we learned from Chinese doctors, and it got mixed with some of the ideas between Indian ideas and Chinese ideas. But acupuncture, is it really about energies, about elements, about some philosophy? Originally, it's not. Acupuncture actually is not anything about philosophy, it's not anything about energy, it's not anything like that. Acupuncture is a medical system. First and last, acupuncture is not a complementary medicine, it's not a medicine which helps you to get better or you just relieve and you can continue with the other type of treatments, with the other type of medicines. Acupuncture itself is a medicine and can cure the person, can treat the condition without needing to get help from any other medicines. Acupuncture is not a depending medicine. Itself is enough to do its job, and it doesn't need to get help from any other techniques. And why it is so? Because acupuncture is a type of medicine which cures and treats a disease by most natural way, and this natural way means by just bringing and providing whatever material, whatever chemical we need from the body itself. And when it provides it and it make it from inside the body, it will be very natural and normal and exactly compatible with what our body needs. If we need to change certain molecules, if we need to provide certain molecules, certain enzymes, we can do it through acupuncture, which we cannot provide all these through any other medical system. It doesn't matter what type of medicine you take, but what you're taking from outside most definitely is not exactly what your body needs. for your treatment. But once you ask your body to provide those chemicals, those materials itself, it will be exactly what you need, what your body needs to cure itself. The idea of just hiding acupuncture behind energy, behind the elements, many of the times will make the people to be confused about it, and they can't really understand where acupuncture works and how it works. When we are putting certain points, we are not touching any nerves, we are not touching any blood circulation systems or anything related to blood or anything related to energy. There are points on the body which, when we puncture them, some other type of chemical reactions will get activated, and therefore the changes which we want will happen. I am going to explain about how acupuncture works in some other video, but just for sake of speaking about acupuncture, in the acupuncture history, I want to let you know that acupuncture, if formed, whether it's in India, whether it's in Iran, or any part of the world, it developed a lot in China, and they studied too much about it. And definitely, it got mixed with some other idea of those doctors. Those ideas are correct, or those ideas need to be a little modified. That is a different thing. But the main thing is, acupuncture, regardless of what is these ideas behind it, but anyone can speak about it, is a medical system can treat a person naturally and ask the body to provide what we need itself. And most definitely, if acupuncture was developed in any other part of the world, for example, if it was developed in Iran, could be different, could be explained in different way. And if it was developed in India, could be different. If it was developed in some other part of the world, could be different. I'm hoping this much could be enough for you. You can study more about acupuncture, and I'm going to explain more about how acupuncture works and how we can get benefit of acupuncture and what is correct acupuncture, what is not that much correct acupuncture. All the best.